Good morning, Crossroads South. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 23rd. Can't believe it. It is April 23rd. This is going by so fast. I have a joke. Well, it's not really a joke, but I have a saying that there's really just one last month of school, and it's called April, May, June. And the teachers know this. I say this every year, so it's a little old, but it's so true. It just feels like one giant month. And here we are already at April 23rd, which means we have a bunch of big things coming up in both May and June. So it will feel like one just giant continuous month. And then before you know it, we'll be getting ready for our 8th grade clap out. It's crazy. So let's get started with some really good news. First, I'd like to celebrate 2 students who have been honored in the George Diem Safety Contest. And this was a safety contest that was about writing. So I want to honor these 2 students because they were our winners for the Legion this year. So this is Shireen A and Ganga Aswarya K. So congratulations to both of you. You will have awards, and we just want to thank you for representing Crossroads South really well. Let's go on to some sports news. We had some big wins yesterday with both tennis and boys and girls track. And I want to thank people for letting me know so that I can share on the morning announcements. Congratulations to both teams. Go Vikings. Oh, and boys volleyball. I almost forgot. A huge win against New Brunswick. So congratulations to everybody. I heard that our distance runner, Natasha, also had a personal record. Somebody whispered that in my ear. So you PR'd yesterday, and that's awesome. So keep going, Vikings. Keep working hard. It's always exciting to share your good news on the morning announcements so our whole school can celebrate and be really proud. And you know what? South Brunswick is really known for having an amazing track program. So I look forward to hearing about all of your successes, even when you travel on to the high school. All right, so let's talk a little bit about some other events that are happening. First of all, I want to remind everybody, or just let everybody know, I sent home an email yesterday to families and parents that the NJSLA test is coming up and starting next week. Now, if you don't know how you did on NJSLA last year, ask your parents. If you go into the parent portal and your scores are there. And the reason is, I'm going to tie this back to track. In order for Natasha to know how to push herself, she needed to know where her starting point was. She needed to know what her personal record was in order to beat that personal record. And that's what we need to think about with NJSLA. It's not about beating another person or anything like that. It's about doing your very best and representing yourself well. The New Jersey Student Learning Assessment is all about, did you learn what was expected of you this year? Did you learn that? Can you persevere? Can you push through a problem that might be a little bit tricky to you, but use your really good skills? If I'm talking about math, it's like, let me draw out a number line. Let me put out a table. Let me put out a graph. Let me see what I can do to kind of persevere through some of these questions. It should all be information that you've been learning this year. Sometimes you just have to jog your memory and recall. And the other tip that I will give you today is that you have to read every question. Every single question, because every now and then there's a nuance. Like, you might start the question and you think, oh, they want me to write an essay, but they really want you to just plan, or they really want you to pick the best response, not the only response, but pick the best response. So you have to read the question to understand what somebody is asking. And that ties back into our theme this year of listening. Listen, read, listen to learn, and you will do well. All right, so with that in mind, testing is coming up next week. I will continue to give you testing tips and all sorts of things so that you can put your very best foot forward and take it seriously. Too many people skip through and then they wonder why their placement isn't good. Take it seriously. Excellent. All right, so let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is a band festival here at Crossroads South, so I want people to avoid going down to the auditorium. Those of you who are in music, you know when your call times are, or the bands, you know when your call times are, and I know the teachers have been preparing you for that. In order to participate, you must be in good standing with your teachers, so make sure that you're doing a great job. We've been better. Tomorrow after school is our one book event. You need to have a signed permission slip in order to stay, and that is on the library website. Mrs. Ackerson has them, and you need to make sure that you are all set with that in order her to stay after school for the one book event tomorrow. Speaking of reading, today is William Shakespeare's birthday. For those of you who doth want to celebrate, you can celebrate today. And Mrs. Maurer said she figured it out. He is 460 years old, and he shares a birthday with the one and only Miss McMahon. Go figure. And finally, with our Spirit Week today is tie-dye. I want to pull up the Spirit Week and just read to you to celebrate the beauty and the diversity and the diverse spectrum of the human mind. We are wearing rainbow and or tie-dye clothes to school today. Tomorrow is dress to show something that you love. One characteristic of autism is to show incredibly focused passion for certain topics of interest. What are you passionate about? Dress to show something that you love. All right. And then Thursday is wear an autism awareness t-shirt or blue, red, and or yellow. And then Friday is Sensory Friday. So we will be wearing sensory friendly clothes, which are comfy clothes, and being very comfy on Friday. All right, folks, that's a lot this morning. Today is an A day. It's the 23rd, and we'll see you in the halls. Have a great day. Please stand for the salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Have an awesome day, Crossroads.